Thank you. Will valedictorian Allison Storts please come forward to address the class?
I have spent 720 days sitting in a classroom for the last 4 years. Okay, maybe I haven't, but someone with better attendance definitely has. Regardless, I've been lucky enough to learn from some pretty incredible teachers and people along the way. But through all of the lectures and notes and textbooks and whiteboards and experiments and tests, and exams and essays, high school really only managed to teach me 4 things. Number 1, life is too short to do anything but what you love. People have tried to tell us that it goes by in the blink of an eye, but until today, I didn't realize just how right they were. We have all experienced some hard times and unbearable losses during our short stay in high school, but we've all made it through. As of today, you are all free to chase your wildest dreams. And no matter how big or small those dreams may be, do not let anything or anyone stop you. This is your life, and no one else gets to dictate what makes you happy, what brings you true joy. The thing is, we've all found out that nothing in this life is guaranteed. So don't waste time working towards something that you don't love. Life may not be all rainbows and butterflies, but when you're working towards something that sets your soul on fire, even the rainy days can be beautiful. The second thing I've learned from high school is that if you can't solve it, you probably need to think about it from a different angle. This was something I learned in my chemistry class sophomore year. And while it might have been the most infuriating class I've ever struggled through, yes, even Ram, it was worse than your pre-calc class. I ended the year with an entirely different perspective on the world around me. You see, a lot of us have been taught that the world is black and white, that there is only one solution to a problem, only a right way and a wrong way, only one way to get to an end result. But life doesn't work that way, and I've always struggled to see the gray areas of the world. I'm sure many of you have too. It's a pretty common obstacle. The truth is, there can be hundreds of different solutions to a problem, hundreds of different paths to the same goal. It just depends on perspective. Just because one path isn't working for you doesn't mean that the goal or the end result is wrong. It just means that you might have to take a different angle. High school has also shown me that the world doesn't like those who speak up. More specifically, the world does not like those who voice the truth. This was a hard lesson for me because, while I might not be a quiet person these days, it took me many years to find my voice. It wasn't easy, but I realized pretty quickly that if I'm going to speak up, I had to make sure that I kept myself in check, that I could recognize my own flaws and not let that skew my thoughts. At the same time, I realized that most people won't do that because it takes being very humble to admit that you aren't perfect. So please, speak up, speak out, speak your truth, and grow as you do. Always keep an open mind, and always be willing to acknowledge your mistakes, because that's what makes you real, and the world needs to real you. The last thing that I've learned from high school, and probably the most important, is that it takes nothing to be kind. We live in a world where kindness is no longer the social norm. But I learned early on that this is a mold we all need to break. The thing is, life is hard enough as it is without trying to tear each other apart. So let's try to rebuild. Some days it's harder than others, but one thing I've learned is that kindness, no matter how small, always leaves an impression. You never know. You never know what the person next to you is actually going through. So you could be the one person that gives them hope for tomorrow. I know how cruel this world can be, and how hopeless it can make you feel. But believe me when I say that each and every one of you has the power to change that every day. It takes a lot of effort to pick each other apart to boost our egos, but it takes nothing to just be kind. So wake up and be the change that you want to see in the world. So, to my class of 2022, your portion of this speech ends here. Thank you guys for 2 incredible years of high school, and congratulations on this incredible achievement. But to those of you that have some time left, my advice to you is this. Apply yourself in school, because you will learn a hell of a lot more than just what's in your textbooks. and hard work builds character. Keep an open mind because you can learn something from absolutely everyone that you come across. Find something you're passionate about because it'll keep you motivated. And finally, always be kind. Thank you.